This is the fifth part of the lesson working of institution class 9. In this in this part we are going to discuss here presidential system. So here about the presidential system. Presidents all over the world are not always nominal. President all over the world are not always nominal executive, just like India, like the President of India. In many countries of the world, President is both the head of state. President is both the first head of the state as well as head of the government in many countries. So, the President of United States of the America is most well-known example of the kind of president. US president is different comparing to the Indian president. US president is more, means US president is not nominal, just like a nominal executive, just like India, but US president is very powerful. Because why? Because he is directly elected from the people. Thus, the president is directly elected by the people. He personally chooses and appoint all the ministers. In India, he has to select the minister as per decided by the prime minister, and he has to select the prime minister as per the majority leader of the majority party. He has very little choice or no choice, means this sense is nominal head. But if we take the example of US president, he is prestigious or most powerful because he is directly elected by the people and personally chooses and appoints all the ministers which he require. So in this sense, US president is different. The law is still done by the legislature. The lawmaking is still done by the legislature, that is called the Congress in US. That is called what? The Congress in US. But the president can veto any law. Means most importantly, the president does not need the support of majority of members in Congress, and neither is he answerable to them. Means here legislatures, parliament is secondary. He is not answerable to any members in the Congress, and neither he answerable to them. In this sense, US president is different. He has fixed tenure of 4 years. US president has tenure, means span, that is of the 4 years, and complete its even if his party does not have a majority in Congress. ऐसा नहीं है कि his party it is require majority in the Congress, or that is Parliament, in their Parliament or in Congress. Congress is the Parliament here. So he should not belonging to the majority of party in the Congress, because he is directly elected by the people. And this model is followed in most of the countries. This model is followed in most of the countries of Latin America and many of the ex-Soviet Union countries. Ex-Soviet Union countries. Given given a centrally of the president, means it gives the centrality to the of the president. This system of government is called the president form of government, or US system of the president is called what? Presidential form of government. We have parliamentary form of government, means president, though he is head, but his authority, it is nominal. He has to accept the advice of parliament, legislature. He has no his separate voice. But US president, it is very prestigiable, is not answerable to the Congress or their parliament for taking the decision, because he is directly elected by the people. But our president of India is not elected directly by the people, but it is elected from the MPs and MLA, member of parliament and member of legislative assembly. So indirect election method is adopted in our country, but in USA, there is direct method of the president election, and it is not essential to get the majority in his party in the Congress, but he is getting vote to himself directly. That depends upon his presidential position. And even here, model means this model is followed in most of the countries of Latin America and many of the ex-Soviet Union countries, given the centrality of the president, and that system is called the presidential form of government. Our government is called the parliamentary form of government. In countries like our that follow the British model, and हमारा model जो है, our model, it is, we follow the model that is of the British Queen is nominal executive and actual power is in the hand of parliament. In our country also, president is nominal head and his power used by the parliament. And parliament is supreme in our country, just like a Britain. Our parliament is also supreme. Therefore, our system is called the parliamentary system of government. So, this is the our system is parliamentary system of government. So, all this about the presidential system. What is difference between the Indian president, position of Indian president, and US? What are the basic differences related to the power, then election, all that things we have discussed. Then come to the page number 91 of your textbook. Judiciary. We have seen that judiciary is also one of the important institution of the democracy. It is single and integrated system. So another democratic institution that we are going to discuss in the 5.4, the judiciary. So let us return one final time to the story of office memorandum that we discussed at the starting of lesson that we started with. This time, let us not recall the story, but imagine how different the story could have been. Remember, story came to a satisfactory end. Why this story became satisfactory? Because Supreme Court gave the verdict. Which one was that verdict? Was accepted by everyone. Whatever given verdict by the Supreme Court, that was accepted by everyone. Imagine what would have happened in the following situation. If there was nothing like a Supreme Court in the country, imagine यदि हमारे कंट्री में सुप्रीम कोर्ट नहीं होता तो office memorandum, whatever decided previously, that was implemented as it is, because in our country or in our constitution clearly mentioned judiciary is the guardian. Judiciary is also the guardian of constitution. If the laws are not made as per the provision of constitution, or people are not satisfied related to the rules and law or any office memorandum, people goes against it and people file the cases against government. And that was the best evidence of the office memorandum, and then the Supreme Court modify because that was the verdict given to the Supreme Court. Second point is here for the discussion. Even if there was a Supreme Court, यदि Supreme Court भी रहता है, even if there was a Supreme Court, if it had no power to judge action of government, यदि सुप्रीम कोर्ट है भी, रहता भी था नॉमिनली, लेकिन उस सुप्रीम कोर्ट को यदि अधिकार वर्डिक्ट नहीं होता था, which verdict, that no power to judge the action of the government. गवर्नमेंट ने जो एक्शन ली थी उसको जज करने का यदि अधिकार नहीं रहता था, तो देयर वॉज नो यूज ऑफ दिस judiciary or Supreme Court. Then third, even if it had the power, यदि सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी है और पावर भी रहता था, even if it had the power, if no one trusted the Supreme Court, यदि सुप्रीम कोर्ट पर किसी को भी ट्रस्ट नहीं होता था to give the fair verdict, ये भी पॉसिबिलिटी थी कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी है, उसको पावर भी दिया है, लेकिन लोगों को ट्रस्ट होना, people have to be trusted on the Supreme Court. That is also one of the important thing, and people generally have the trust on the judiciary. हम कहते हैं कि ठीक है, कुछ अनएक्सपेक्टेड भी होता है तो चल कोर्ट में देख लेंगे. मीन्स जनरली कॉमन पीपल टॉक लाइक दिस. सो people have trust on the judiciary, Supreme Court. And fourth one, Even if it gave the fair judgment, those who appeal against the government order did not accept the judgment. See again, I am reading. Even if it gave the fair judgment, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने फेयर जजमेंट भी दिया है. If those who appeal against the government, जिन्होंने गवर्नमेंट के अगेंस्ट में, पब्लिक ने की थी, पब्लिक that appeal against the government order did not accept the judgment, यदि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो जजमेंट दिया है, whatever judgment given to the Supreme Court. So we are talking about the judiciary system. Next one is that this is why an independent and powerful judiciary is considered essential for the democracy. Means in democracy, judiciary system that would be or that should be independent and powerful. Then and then concept of real democracy, it can be achieved. All the court at different level in our country put together are called the judiciary. All the courts at different level in country that put together is called the judiciary. Means apex court, that is Supreme Court, and below to that in state that is High Court, then below to that district court, then Tahsil Court. Means these are the level or hierarchy of the judiciary system, and they are independent. Supreme Court are independent, High Court are these are also independent, then district court, they are also independent. That is why it is integrated, independent and integrated system. All the courts at the different level in a country put together are called the judiciary. The Indian judiciary consists of a Supreme Court for entire nation, High Court in the state, district court and court at the local level. Means these are the different courts in the country having different level. India has integrated judiciary. It means the Supreme Court control judicious administration. Supreme Court control the judicious administration in country. In decision are binding on all other courts of the country. It can take up any dispute. Any disputes arise, it can be set up. They are, that is, between citizens of the country. If the disputes arise between the citizens of the country, this judiciary resolve the disputes. Then second one, between the citizens and government. If the disputes arise between citizen and government, they can be resolve the disputes. Then between two or more state of the government, यदि दो या दो से ज़्यादा स्टेट में कोई डिस्प्यूट्स क्रिएट होते हैं तो इट कैन बी सॉल्व इन द जुडिशियरी. एंड बिटवीन द गवर्नमेंट at the union and state level. It is highest court of appeal in the civil and criminal cases. It is a highest court. It is highest court of the appeal in the civil and criminal cases. It can hear appeal against the decision of High Court. Independence of judiciary means that is not under the control of legislature or the executive. The judges do not act the direction of government. Judges do not act on the direction of government or according to the wishes of any party in power. Judiciary's work, it is independent and impartial. There is no domination on government or any powerful party. And that is why all the modern democracies have the court. All the modern democracies have court that are independent of the legislature and executives. India has achieved this. The judges of Supreme Court and High Court are appointed by the President. So who appoint the judges of High Court and Supreme Court? They are appointed by whom? That is President. And thing important is that on the advice of Prime Minister and in consultation with the Chief Justice of Supreme Court, means authority or power given to the Supreme Court judges for the appointment. The judges of Supreme Court and High Court, they are appointed by whom? They are appointed by the President. But what is important thing? That is on the advice of Prime Minister and its consultation with the Chief Justice of Supreme Court. सुप्रीम कोर्ट के चीफ जस्टिस के साथ कंसल्ट करके ऑन द एडवाइस ऑफ प्राइम मिनिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट अपॉइंट to the judges of Supreme Court and High Court. Then in practice, it is now means that the senior judges of Supreme Court select the new judges of Supreme Court and High Court. See again, in practice, the practice में now means the senior judges of Supreme Court. Supreme Court के senior judges select the new judges. Means senior judges of Supreme Court select whom? Select the new judges of Supreme Court and the High Court also. But who power is given to whom? That is senior judges of Supreme Court. And there is very little scope for interference of the political executive. और यहाँ कुछ भी scope नहीं है या very little scope for the interference of the political executive. Political executive means here ministers or even though prime minister, they have very little scopes for the interference. Then here is the once the or senior most judges of the Supreme Court is usually appointed the Chief Justice. Once the person is appointed as a judge of the Supreme Court or High Court, it is nearly impossible to remove him or her from that position. Means appointment, after the appointment, once if they are appointed as a judge of Supreme Court and High Court, then it is impossible to remove from his or her designation as a judge from the Supreme Court or High Court. It is as difficult as removing the president of India. Even it is compared with the president. President को remove करना बहुत ही कठिन है. It is very hard to remove the president. अभी तक ऐसा नहीं हुआ. It is not happened in the history of India to remove the president. So it is also true, a judge can be removed only by the impeachment motion. Judge of the Supreme Court or High Court can be removed. It is very difficult. It is very difficult to remove from his position. But it can be removed by only impeachment motion. Impeachment motion जिसे हम महाभियोग भी कह सकते हैं. It can be passed separately by 2/3 members of the two houses of the parliament. Means there should be the majority. 2/3 members. Majority of two houses of the parliament. It has never happened in the history of Indian democracy. और इंडियन डेमोक्रेसी के हिस्ट्री में अभी तक ऐसा नहीं हुआ है for the impeachment. Means there is provision in the constitution of the impeachment for the president as well as judges for the Supreme Court and High Court, that for removing his or her position by bringing the impeachment. Impeachment means Mahabhiyo. For this impeachment, separate voting should be there, and that voting would be 2/3 majority, 2/3 member of the two houses. The judiciary in India is also one of the most powerful in the world. इंडिया की जुडिशियरी सिस्टम, इट इज़ ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द मोस्ट पावरफुल सिस्टम इन द वर्ल्ड. सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड हाई कोर्ट हैव द पावर टू इंटरप्रेट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ द कंट्री. सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड हाई कोर्ट को पावर दिया गया है. विच पावर गिवन टू द सुप्रीम कोर्ट एंड हाई कोर्ट? टू इंटरप्रेट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ कंट्री. इंटरप्रेट मीन्स मीनिंग लगाना, एक्यूरेट मीनिंग लगाना. मीन्स वॉट एवर प्रोविजन्स आर गिवन इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, what is the actual meaning of that word, that is called the interpret, and this power is given to the Supreme Court and High Court. They can declare invalid any law. They can declare invalid any law of the legislature or the action of executive, whether at the union level or at the state level. If they find such a law or action is against the constitution, thus they can determine the constitutional validity of any legislature or action of the executive in the country. When it is challenged before them, this is known as judicial review. The Supreme Court of India has also ruled that the core or basic principles of the constitution cannot be changed by the parliament. Means whatever the basic principles are there for the constitution, it cannot be changed by the parliament, because Supreme Court, High Court, they are called the guardian of constitution. और जो भी मेन प्रिंसिपल है, they cannot changed or removed by by the parliament. So here the power and the independence of the Indian judiciary allow it to act as guardian of the fundamental rights. So power and the independence of the Indian judiciary that allow it to act as a guardian of the fundamental rights. Means, in short, judiciary is the guardian of fundamental right, which is mentioned in the constitution. Shall see the next chapter that citizens hence right to approach the court to seek remedy in case of any violation their rights. In recent year, the court have given several judgments and directives to protect the public interest and human rights. Public interest and human rights. Several judgments given. Court have given several judgment. For what? Judgment and directives. For what? To protect the public interest and human rights. Anyone can approach the court. Anyone can approach the court if public interest is hurt by the action of गवर्नमेंट के एक्शंस के कारण यदि पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट हर्ट होता है तो दैट वुड मीन्स सुप्रीम कोर्ट इज द मीन्स एक्ट ऑफ सुप्रीम कोर्ट और इंटरफेरेंस फॉर द पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशन लोकहित के लिए there would be the interfere of the Supreme Court, and that is called the public interest litigation. This term is important. Generally in exam ask what is public interest litigation. So the court intervene to prevent the misuse of government's power. Here the work or role of the government is important. Court intervenes to prevent the misuse of government power to make the decision. They check malpractices on the part of public official. Even judiciary check the malpractices. Malpractices means frauds. And that is why the judiciary enjoy high level of confidence. Judiciary enjoy high level of confidence among the people. So this is about the judiciary system. This is about the judiciary.